This is Mark Vino with Smart Tech Research, and welcome to another episode of the SmartTechCheck EduSeries. Apple may have pulled off one of the smartest product moves of 2026, and most people barely noticed it. On the surface, AirPods Max 2 looks like a minor refresh. Same basic design, same premium vibe, not much visual drama. But underneath that quiet launch is a sharp product management playbook. In this presentation, I break down 6 lessons hidden inside this release. These are practical moves around product lifecycle, pricing, roadmap strategy, and launch timing that every product leader should study. Here are the 6 big takeaways. First, lifecycle leverage, which means upgrading the soul of the product without changing the shell. Second, fixing the reverse flagship problem, because premium products should never lag cheaper ones. Third, latent utility, where existing hardware gets new life through software. Fourth, the Halo launch, which is all about attaching a refresh to a bigger platform moment. Fifth, premium pricing discipline. And sixth, roadmap discipline and rolling thunder, where future software updates keep the product relevant long after launch day. Lesson 1 is lifecycle leverage. Apple kept the AirPods Max 2 physically almost identical to the original model, but dropped in the H2 chip and unlocked meaningful new capabilities like adaptive audio, live translation, better noise cancellation, and stronger spatial audio performance. That is the real story. No enclosure redesign, no major manufacturing disruption, no unnecessary complexity. This is a reminder that in mature categories, invisible innovation often matters more than visible novelty. When the hardware shell still works, the smarter move is often to invest in silicon, software, and user experience. Lesson 2 is fixing the reverse flagship problem. For a while, Apple had an awkward issue on its hands. Its most expensive headphones were no longer its smartest. Cheaper AirPods models were getting marquee features that the premium Max line lacked. That is a dangerous message for customers paying top dollar. Premium buyers expect the flagship to lead, not trail. AirPods Max 2 corrects that by restoring feature credibility. The broader lesson is simple. If your top-tier product is not the feature leader, you are not just creating confusion, you are eroding trust. Lesson 3 is latent utility. Apple did not add a new button or new hardware to create a new use case. Instead, it turned the digital crown into an iPhone camera shutter. That move opens value for creators, vloggers, and anyone using an iPhone for hands-free capture. This is classic smart product thinking. The best feature expansion does not always come from adding parts. Sometimes it comes from reimagining the controls you already have. Every product team should ask this question more often. What else could this button, surface, feature, or workflow do? Lesson 4 is the Halo launch. Apple did not quietly toss AirPods Max 2 into a late night press release. It put the product on stage alongside the iPhone 17 and MacBook Neo. That matters. A mature product refresh can feel far more exciting when it rides the momentum of a bigger launch. In this case, the camera remote feature landed harder because the iPhone camera story was already front and center. That is the takeaway. Strong timing and strong storytelling can give a refresh more impact than a bigger marketing budget ever could. Lesson 5 is premium pricing discipline. Apple upgraded the internals in a meaningful way, but it did not use that move as cover for a price increase. That restraint says a lot. In premium categories, pricing is part of the brand story. If you keep raising the price every time you improve the product, customers start feeling managed instead of rewarded. Apple chose a different message. The price was already justified, and now the value is even stronger. That reinforces loyalty, protects positioning, and gives new buyers a cleaner reason to step in. Lesson 6 is roadmap discipline and rolling thunder. Great product teams do not try to ship everything on day one. They define the core value clearly, leave room for future updates, and build hardware with enough headroom to support that strategy. Apple has done this before, and AirPods Max 2 looks built for the same playbook. Future software updates can keep the product in the news, re-engage current users, and even open new buyer segments. That is rolling thunder. The launch is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a longer one. The big conclusion is that AirPods Max 2 is not really a redesign. It is a refinement of a business model. Apple is showing that strong product management is not always loud or flashy. Sometimes it is disciplined. Sometimes it is subtle. And sometimes the smartest move is knowing what not to change. This launch is a case study in using software, silicon, pricing, timing, and roadmap planning to extend value without blowing up the product. That is what mature, high-confidence product strategy looks like. So what should your team take back from this? Upgrade the soul, not just the shell. Make sure premium tiers lead on features. Look for hidden capability inside existing hardware. Time refreshes around larger platform moments. Protect pricing discipline. And build roadmap headroom so software can keep creating value after launch. Those are the 6 lessons. The real question is not whether Apple made the right move. It is whether most companies have the discipline to do the same. That is where the gap usually shows up. Thanks again for watching the episode of the SmartTechCheck EduSeries. If you enjoyed the video, please like and comment. And most importantly, let me know if there are any other tech topics you'd like Smart Tech Research to cover.
Thanks for watching another episode of the SmartTechCheck EduSeries, where tech industry veteran Mark Vina breaks down the biggest trends shaping the market today. With more than 30 years of industry experience, Smart Tech Research delivers professional services that amplify, inform, challenge, and inspire.